Now let's modify the program using the form and external JavaScript file. So if you have a look of our current HTML, all our input elements are in the body. Now I'm going to wrap them inside a form. So let's create a form and let us give an ID for this form as form grade, and I'm not going to have any method and no action. So let's close the form. So we have wrapped all our controls inside the form, and let's save this file. And if you go and run a program, so let's say I give my mark is 80, and when I press calculate, if you have noticed, our marks was shown and disappeared very fast. So when I click the button, you can see the grade C was shown and the values has been disappeared. The reason is we have put all our controls inside the form. Once the button is clicked, it submit the form to the server and all the values has been refreshed. So I want to say that do not refresh the value or don't submit to the form. So I'm going to add a property here, attribute on submit. So when we submit the form, I'm going to say return false, which makes the form not submit the value and refresh the values. Let's save the file and let's go and run the program again. Now let's give a value for the mark, and when I press the calculate grid, you can see the value is not being refreshed. Now we are going to see another method of accessing the form element. So last time we used get element by ID. So when you use a form, we could do it in other method where document dot, so let's give the form ID, which is form grade dot our element ID dot value. So you can access the element using this method. So you can directly access the attributes of text mark, which is inside the form grade, and the form grade is inside our document. Now form grade should be not the ID, it should be the name of the form. So when I change the ID to name, let's give 80 and press calculate grade is full. So it's not ID, it's a name for the form. So document, the name of the form, element, value. So this is the second method we can see, and now I will show you how to make our JavaScript as an external file. So let's cut this whole function and create a new file and paste the function inside the new file and save the file as a JavaScript file. Make sure that JavaScript is in the path of your HTML. So our HTML task2.html, I'm going to save the file in the same path, and I'm going to call this as myscript.js. Always the JavaScript should end with the .js. Save the file So this is our JavaScript file. Now how do we link this JavaScript with our HTML? So we use the script tag, and this time I can use the attribute source equals and give the our source name, which is myscript.js. So we'll put it within the quotes. So this is the way we can link our external JavaScript with our HTML. So now let's execute the program. So if I give 80 and calculate query, yes, it's working. So this is how you create a JavaScript with the form and use as an external file and link it with the HTML. And here is your next task. So try the third task, which is a calculate GPA. You need to read marks for 5 courses and the number of credits for each course. Convert each mark into GPA is equivalent GPA. So for every course, use this table to convert the marks to GPA and calculate how much is the total semester GPA. So your output should be something like this: a GPA calculator. Let's enter 5 course marks and the number of credits for each course, and when I press the calculate GPA, it shows me the course GPA. So when it is 70, this is GPA is 2. So when it is 88, GPA is 3.7. So for each course, you convert the marks into equivalent GPA, then multiply the credit with the course GPA, you get the course credit, and add all the course credit, add all the credit, and divide the course credit with the credit, you will get the semester GPA.